Drop a bomb, 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 bomb.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Ooh, look at us.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. KG, this one's crazy.
You're too lucky us.
None can compare with the KG Don. Better take cover when he drops that.
Bomb,
Going
bomb,
on reckless, trust it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
Bomb, bomb. I said drop a bomb, Dad.
Oh,
it's me and him, people. Yeah, no KG. Guess what? He said his face is hurting him. He can't do it. After the dentist must have punched him up or something. So he sent me here, you know, as the houseboy that I am. Here I am doing my duties as the houseboy. Yeah. After we got whipped free last night. Free. Oh, man, the embarrassment. But it is what it is, people. But look.
I got a question for you, Joe. Was it a Puma ball that you guys were using?
Shut up. Shut up. Like, you was there. You acted like you didn't play the first match. You was part of the terrible performance as well.
No, we lost the first match because of a defensive error. That's the match I played in. And the other matches, I don't know. I did my part.
Shut up. Anyway, moving on. Can we talk about today's show, please? Because today we want to talk about Marcus Rashford and the fact that we spotted him today in training. Is this a likely return for Marcus Rashford, seeing as how everybody, look, he's failed the medical, yeah? And there's also been rumors that, you know, nobody else wants him apart from maybe Barcelona now, but can they afford him? Is it likely to happen this season, this January transfer window? People are saying that Melissa Reddy is reporting that it's likely to happen today, but I'm not too sure. This could be a way for him to ease him back into the team. You know, the man KG himself would love to see Rashford back into the team. You know he's a Rashford sympathizer. You know what he really wants, yeah?
I think
he really put him on the thumbnail today. It was his idea to talk about Rashford, yeah? So tell me, how can he get back in? Do you think it's advice for them to try and get him back into the team? Or is it just a way of keeping him fit so he can actually pass these medicals and get the hell out of here? Do you know what I mean?
Listen. I think the reason why the dentist meshed up KG is because the dentist knows like KG's opinion on Rashford. You know, I'm on the camp that, bro, it's time to part ways. He's like in this place where he lacks motivation, he lacks like inspiration, and it's just time to go find it elsewhere, fam. That's how it is. If you've hit a mental block in a certain place, you just need to go somewhere else and recharge and do something else. And that's how I feel about it. When I saw like this morning, by the way, anybody that's tuning in, Marcus Rashford hasn't returned to first team training, but he is training. He posted a video of himself like on his Instagram, and he's doing the things, you know, like he's trying to get back in fitness. And like Joe just said, you know, maybe it's so that he shouldn't it's so that he can pass a medical, right? But when I saw that video of him training, I was like, what are you training for, man? Like,
going on? Do you know what I mean? Look, there's lots of things going on. Look, right now I feel like Man United are kind of desperate. Yeah, we're desperate to try and sell anybody, and it's coming off like are we scrounging for money here? We're scrimping, we're scraping, we're making cuts here, there, and there. We've even heard talks about selling Toby Collier in recent days. Why? Every time one of our stars start doing well, we're talking about selling them. I know it's 100% profit in that because they're from the academy, but allow it. Can we not calm down a little bit on these stars? Can we not develop anybody? Have we really become that selling club? Do we not buy sick players? Do we not develop our good ones? Do we not try to keep hold of the ones that we want to become stars? Yeah. Surely the Garnacho, Kobe, Collier, all these names mentioned in the last couple of days about being sold. Why?
Yeah.
Do we not want future stars? What's going on? What's the situation right now? Listen, I know Bray's saying stars, but bro, you don't know who's going to be a star from who's not going to be a star. You've got to give them the chance to progress. Who knew Ahmed was going to be what he is right now? He's pivotal to our team.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think it's a good idea though to exile him out of the team? Like, say for example, if whatever the Barcelona talk is just it doesn't work out, you know, like where do we go from here? Like, is there a way for Rashford to work his way back into the Man United squad and actually start delivering just the same way, like, say, for example, Garnacho, you know, like Ruben Amorim sort of, Ruben Amorim dropped at the same time, you know, and now Garnacho is here, you know, he's worked his way back in, and he's not like necessarily like a first teamer, but it's a question I want to pose, that is there a possibility where Marcus Rashford starts delivering, starts putting his head down and working hard and
no. So no way. Are you mad? There is no way on earth that Marcus Rashford should find his way back into the team. That's what I'm trying to kind of highlight right now, isn't it? Yeah. What has he done to you know what, fam? He said he wanted to go, yeah. First of all, yeah, he said he wants to try new things. He wants a new challenge, yeah.
Yeah.
You cannot come up with these kind of statements and expect to be accepted back with open arms, even if it was apologies behind closed doors, even if he'd done a public apology. Yeah. Would you be so accepting of him, especially after the things that we've seen from him in the last couple of seasons? It's not a Ruben Amorim problem, you know. It's been before Ruben, way before Ruben, that we've been feeling this about Marcus, bro. Let's not act like it's the first time we've been here discussing should Marcus Rashford leave.
Yeah. No, I mean, I want to make it clear that I agree with you that for me, inspiration is the thing, that if you like motivation and inspiration, it's time to go look for it elsewhere, you know. But there's a possibility that all these transfer talks can break down, fam. He's on a lot of wages. He's somebody that he's capable of pulling the. You remember when Harry Maguire was about to go to West Ham and he says, "Nah, fam, I've been promised peace. Look at my contract. If there's no way that the club is going to subsidize this, or the club that I'm going to is going to offer the wages that I'm entitled to, I'm not budging. I'm going to stay here, earn my money, whether you like it or not. I'm not. You already don't like me anyway. What's the difference?"
Listen, if he does that, then he'll be an enemy of the state, bro. Yeah.
He's already enemy of you know.
Yeah, but if there's a way this can be ended amicably, yeah? Get out while the getting's good. Let us get some peace for you. If we can't get no peace for you now, at least go somewhere and hike your value up so we can get some peace for you later. Then we can be amicable and we can leave it like, you know what, we had our years out of you. We got what we needed. At least we got one season of 30 goals. Move on. Maybe you can make somebody else happy, you know?
I hear
we can
you.
be amicable like that. But if it's going to be a situation where he's going to be sitting around, lounging around, collecting peas like Luke Shaw, then it's going to get real toxic. People's been throwing that toxic around that word around a lot this morning, right? And I'll tell you right now, that's what would end up being toxic. That's what would make us start feeling toxic. If he starts sitting down, collecting a paycheck, talking about his mental health, talking about he ain't fit and ready, talking about any of that rubbish, I don't want to hear it. He has to go. They have to find somewhere. And this is probably why his brother's doing this, uncle. His brothers parading him around the whole of Europe like a pimp. Yes. Yeah, trying to find somewhere for him to put his head down, because nobody wants to lay in bed with Marcus Rashford because they know the problems. Yeah. They know the problems. It's there for everybody to see. It's not like the whole world can't see when you're at a basketball game when you should be in England. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just find it weird, Joe, that it's been maybe 3 transfer windows flirting with PSG. Serious flirting. Like, you know, is it going to happen? Oh, no, it's not going to happen. And then PSG just decide to go for Kivicha. They spend 70 M's, fam. They didn't even drop like this is like our low ball offer for Marcus Rashford. They didn't really come up with a formalized public offer. And
they
PSG
see the value.
That's the thing. That's a red flag to me. That's why I'm asking the question that I'm asking, saying, bro, you know, what if we get stuck with Marcus Rashford? January ends, nobody wants him. All the transfer talks break down. What's going to happen next?
you're probably going to see Marcus Rashford back in the Man United shirt, back on the pitch every now and again, trying to keep him fit, trying to keep his market value up. And then what's going to happen? Because the only way I would like to see him is if he's coming on at the end of a game for a couple of minutes, just so he can keep some like blood in his legs. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because I do not want to. Oh, bro, imagine if you actually see him back. How? Okay, you sound like you're not too fussed if you see him back.
No. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I realize, because I'm from just this community, right? I've been even people on my channel, like, say, for example, I'm gonna single her out, you know, pardon me for talking about this Luann France. She's a Manchester United supporter. She fell in love with Manchester United because of Marcus Rashford. And she made me look at it in a different way and be like, oh, okay, we all have our times where we started supporting Manchester United and the things that the players that pulled us in and lured us into like really following what the club, you know, following the club. So I'm trying to see it from all perspectives here. Personally, I've said it earlier on that I think it's time to go. There's no more inspiration. Go look for it in a different nation. That's how it goes. That's what I'm saying. You know
what that point was. I don't understand why. So what? She had a favorite player. I get it. There's lots of reasons why I love Man United for like Roy Keane and Paul Scholes and them guys back there because of the grittiness and how in your face we were. Yeah, Man United. That's why I fell in love with Man United right back then. Yeah. Now, through the years, I've had favorite players. Wayne Rooney was my favorite player, even when Ronaldo was there. My favorite player was always Wayne. Yeah. Now, it doesn't make a difference. It's not like when he left, I was like, oh my God, Wayne, you know, oh, what am I gonna do? No, bro. Like, don't you love the team? You fall in love with the team. You fall in love with what the badge represents, what we fight for. It's just that our morals have just changed over the years, yeah? And what we fight for is not what we want anymore as fans, yeah? What they fight for is not what we fight for, yeah? They're fighting for a paycheck, a lot of these people, yeah? We're fighting for glory. That's what we want. Yeah, we pay money, we pay shirt money, we pay ticket money. People go on international flights to follow these people around because they're chasing the glory. Yeah. And these players, I don't know if they want that glory, bro. Sometimes it feels like they're just there to collect a paycheck. Yeah. The likes of Marcus Rashford must leave.
All right. I learned something new about you today, Joe. You're a Wayne Rooney kind of guy. You always came off as a Luke Chadwick kind of guy. No, but that's great to know, because at the end of the day, like, it's about the club, it's not about the players. That's why we end up getting into these player FC arguments. Like, of course, you know, when you're watching on the pitch, it's the players that represent the club, but then there's a moment where your love for a certain player, it cannot be bigger than the love for the club. It's what the club stands for. It's the ideals of the club. And then you realize, when you learn a little bit more history about the club, you realize the ideals and the character of the club, you actually now identify with it more than the player, so that when the player leaves, you are actually still a supporter of the club, and you want to, you know, see the club do well. And that's why, for me, like, I totally want us to clear house. And I love what you said earlier on about the fact that there are players. This week, we've talked about players that we shouldn't even be talking about, entertaining to sell. Kobe Mainoo, Garnacho, you know, Marcus Rashford should be on one of the first people on that list. Antony should be one of the people on that list. You know, Casemiro should be one of the people on that list. And it keeps on going. There's like other people we have to get rid of to clear house and raise funds, you know. And I'm on that sort of you know, like, I hope we find a solution. I don't know where his next destination is going to be. I really don't believe there's Hansi Flick rumors, because Luke Shaw as well. Big up Halkin for mentioning that.
List.
Yes. Yeah.
Top of my list. Yeah. That guy is on the very top of the list to go for me. Yeah. Above anybody else. But look, I just have we all know that the players that we really want to get rid of, there's a reason why we can't get rid of them, because nobody else wanted them, and we're keeping them here either on hospital list or on borrowed time. Do you know what I mean? So feel if we're gonna do anything in this transfer window, I bet we're gonna have to sell first. We're not even gonna see anybody come in. I feel like everything's gonna happen too late. We desperately need a left back. People are saying we need a striker. Some people say we need a midfielder. What are we gonna get this window? Are we even gonna get a loan? Can't we even scrape together a loan for somebody? What is going on?
It's mid-Jan.
I was praising Ineos for moving like silent in the night before and, you know, just getting people. And then we was like, okay, here we go. Yeah, let's see what this person's saying. We ain't got nothing. No rumors. Everything's just quieting down. We heard the Juan Mendes rumor. We heard that Moani rumor. Other than that, everything's quiet.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is. I agree with you. Like these other clubs that are already sort of making moves, like Chelsea with Matthias Tell, with Manchester City, that getting some, like these other clubs that are above us right now, even on the league table, that are making moves, and we're just quiet. No loan, no nothing. Wonder Kid, nothing, and it's January 15th. Halfway through the month,
bro. It shows me that this season's a write-off in Ineos' eyes. It's a write-off. Write it off. It's done. Whatever happens to them. As long as we don't get relegated, I don't think they're going to kick up too much of a fuss. They're just better. If I don't see nothing this Jan, I better see a whole load happening in the summer. Yeah, but I feel, look. And one thing I don't want to see, because you touched on other players that you think that should be leaving first, like Antony. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now for me, there's Antony rumors coming out this morning, right? And I'm like, hold on a minute. We are desperately low on players as it is, fam. Yeah, we're always complaining we don't have a player to fit here, fit there, fit where. Yeah, why are we gonna get rid of another body that is actually, look, he's useful. If we're not replacing him with somebody, then why get rid of him? If we can't secure a replacement, don't get rid of him, because we're going to be paying half the wages or most of the wages. Who knows? We might even just get a loan fee and still cover his wages. His wages are 200K a week. Sorry. 200K a week. Yeah?
Yes.
No other team is going to want to cover that amount for that caliber of player. So we're going to be footing that bill. We're going to be footing a bill for someone going on loan to who knows where. If he goes to Saudi, maybe they'll be able to afford some of the wages in it, most of the wages, hopefully. But if we're going to just facilitate him to go somewhere else where we're paying most of the wages, what's the effing point? Keep him and pay the wages and then use him if we need to.
Yeah. No,
we've done with useless loans when we need players in positions. I want to see someone coming in before we get rid of someone now. Apart from Rashford. Rashford can go. Yeah, but everybody else, I want to see someone come in before they go. Rashford and Luke Shaw, actually, them two. Rashford and Luke Shaw. If Casemiro goes, I want someone to replace him first. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have like I think what the Casemiro one, it's a bit tricky because there's not been a single rumor. Not even Saudi Arabia is quiet on Casemiro, and I think Saudi Arabia would have been our saving grace. They are the only people that I feel like a big club or any of the like clubs with money in Saudi Arabia would just save us from this Casemiro like conundrum, because bro, the guy is also like entitled to the P's that are on his contract, and he's like, my kids are settled here. Why should I go because some fans want me to go? Nah, it's really clear that he's not in Ruben Amorim's plans. He was not. I don't think he was featured in Arsenal, in the Liverpool game. It's been a while since I've seen Casemiro wearing a red shirt. I don't know actually when was his last appearance, but it is worrying. I think some wheels have to be turning in his head that, listen, it's time to look for a different opportunity elsewhere, It's a crazy one for me, that one. I don't know how we're gonna solve that Casemiro problem, but big up to everybody that's tuning in. By the way, hit the like button. There's a link in the chat if you want to call in. We want to hear your opinion on some of the stuff we've been talking about. Joe, take it away. Who do we have? Anybody?
Let's bring in the first caller. We got Pav in the wings. Pav, what you saying, brother?
Men like Pav.
Yo. Should we talk about last night? I watched the stuff this morning, man. I went bed in that first game, so Imagine I'm getting Sancho'd by my own club, innit? I got Sancho'd by my own club, you know.
Get out here.
Don't
man.
go anywhere.
I'm not.
You're talking rubbish, bro. Nobody Sancho'd you, fam.
Nah, I got Sancho'd. I basically got replaced by Amari Forsum, bro. That's what happened. You can't even like give someone a couple of hours to see the messages. Yeah, you've already picked the lineup, and man's not even included. No one's even bothered to say, "Oh, yo, what about Pav
in the lineup?
What about Pav?" And then I was like, I saw it. I was like, "Oh, bless it. I'm just gonna. I just made an excuse. I was like, yeah, I'll be going bed anyway." And then I said, "I'm not even in the team." And Crash was like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, we'll slap them up for you anyway."
No,
he didn't even. No one even stood up for me in that chat saying, "Wait, where's this guy?" Man put me in the elite list here to get chosen and not even get selected.
Pav, you said if we play at 10, you might be able to play.
But no. Why do you think I said that? Because I saw the lineup and I didn't even get selected. I was like, fuck that. Do you think I'm going to beg for my spot? Do you think this is? I just made an excuse, innit? So I'm not going to sit there and beg for my spot.
Yeah.
Listen,
and man, like Crash is like, oh yeah, don't worry, we'll slap them up anyway. I was like, cool, you man go do your thing then, innit?
I don't even know how Crash got into the team before you, if I'm being honest. Yeah, we all know. Didn't I already make a big old statement where I got gunned down by everybody when I told people who my undroppables were? Yeah, and he wasn't in it. Yeah, and people say, "Oh, you weren't in it." Do you remember Pav and Coley? Undroppable because they came with me from the beginning.
And you didn't even notice until like an hour before. You're like, wait, you're not even alive. I was like, brother.
I didn't even see it. I didn't see the lineup until I asked, oh, this is the lineup, yeah? That's the first time
I saw the lineup and I was like, ah, bless, you think I'm sitting in reserves? Cool. I'll go bed, innit?
Pav, yeah, I had my chance.
Let me restart you at 3 minutes, yeah? But I'll tell you something, yeah? Next time, stop being in your feelings, yeah?
Nah, bro. It's about respect. Respect, yeah?
Tell the manager.
Out of every single person that plays Pro Club, yeah, I'd slap every single one of you, man, on FIFA, and you already know this. Every single one. Gooseye, Coley, the lot. I don't even care.
No. Just quick. I think there's some admin issues in the delegates in Reckless United because you shouldn't be choosing 11s when you don't know. No, hear me out. When you don't know who's going to turn up, you shouldn't be putting people's names down straight away. You could put a formation, but who knows who's going to turn up when? Because we all got lives. So let's just move on. And these man them putting threes in the chat for a pre-season friendly. Good luck to them, innit? That's life for them, innit? Let them do their thing. Let them have this little win. It's cool. Free for a pre-season. Remember when we slapped up?
And don't worry, I'll be making my return soon. And see them scrubs on the other team, yeah? You won't be doing no threes a night, bro.
Do you remember? No, Pab. Do you remember when we had LVG and we outplayed Real Madrid in America? And then in pre-season, thought we were going to win everything. And then what? We couldn't even beat Swansea first game of the season.
First game. We lost.
So it's calm. Pre-season's pre-season, bro. It's calm. And Pav, you know when it comes down to it, you're in the team, innit?
You saw my reaction, Pav, as well. That's one thing you have to say.
It's because Joe don't check his messages, though. Joe's slow with responding to the messages.
I'm very slow with the messages, fam. I've got other shit going on. So when you see, I realized you saw my response, and you should respect that. Once the eyes were on it, fam, what did I say to the manager? Fix this. I said fix this, but you was in your feelings. Anyway,
I was just shocked when I replayed the video this morning that you lost all three of that rotted.
Bro, and the thing is, we shouldn't have. But listen, let's get back into the show now.
Let's come back to Rashford.
Yeah, we'll actually today is Wednesday. We did say we reserve time on Wednesdays to be the show that we talk about pro clubs and stuff in it, but new season in it. So let's just go. I tell you what, yeah. Are you finished talking about pro clubs?
Yeah. Let's move.
Yeah.
I tell you what, yeah. We're 15 days in, yeah, and these fuckers ain't done nothing. 15 days into the transfer window. We go slap up them scrubs down North London, yeah, in their own ground. what's their response? They're planning to bring in Zubimendi for the summer. But we signed a Paraguayan for 4 mil for the summer. And that deal was brokered for way before Christmas as well. That shit's been going on for like nearly 2 months. So I don't even want to count that in 4 mil. And then we sent him back. Why did we send him back? We might as well use him. Why wait till the summer? Bring him in now, innit? We got no left back. What's going on?
I think it's an age thing as well. I think he has to turn a certain age. I think he's not turning.
How old is he?
I can't remember. He's under the age of coming over here, though. I do believe.
Oh, probably why. But still, like I said, we're 15 days in, doing F4. Yeah, I put a link in the chat yesterday morning, which I think Yo-Yo replied to. Looks like Ratcliffe has pumped in money. Where I thought it was 80 million, it looks like it's only 800k. So what can we get for 800k? Come on, chat. Let's brainstorm, man. Let's go down to League 2. Who's that team that Tottenham just played? Who's that team that they just played in the FA Cup? Somebody in the chat. Who did Tottenham just play?
Tamworth.
All right. Tamworth, you got any man there for 800k for us? Anyone in that range?
We can't be shopping at Tamworth now. Come on, fam. No.
I saw that thing, it said that Man United had just issued like 100 shares for 80 million, but it looks like only one share was for like 800, and that's the only thing that got pumped into the club. I was like, raw. What, 800k, blood?
That's peak.
No, come on.
What are we doing? Are we rebuying Zidane Iqbal for 800k? Is that what we're doing?
For me, the frustration is like
we've got to do something though. Don't you think that we need to actually do something this window, fam? Like,
Bro, we're not doing that, bro. We're not seriously linked to anyone. That's the problem. There's 2 weeks left. If we were serious, talks would have begun the first week. We're getting linked with like left, right, and centre to all these scrubs, but doing nothing. We got linked to Mawani, gone to Juve. We're not serious about anything.
Yeah.
So anyone who's expecting this manager to get any help, bro, you might as well just like bury your hopes and dreams now. Because I beg like these players just stay fit, because if they don't, this he's gonna get thrown into the mud, man.
Don't you think?
What do you think the plan is from Ineos though? Sorry, bots, to interrupt you there. What do you think the plan is from Ineos then in terms of supporting this manager? Because if they don't get anything in this January transfer window, are they just burying him then? Is this it?
I would love to know the conversation, that Barada had with Amorim before they brought him in, because I wonder what he's promised him. Because if you've told him that you're going to give him something this January, but you don't, depending on sales, right? Because they're already looking like Rashford ain't going anywhere. Like all this like talk for Rashford, nothing's actually happening, right? Interest FC, that's what's happening. Yeah, with this guy. So I think it's nothing until the summer, and even the summer's going to be bleak.
It's smelling like, to me, what the speculation on what the conversation could have been is something like, this season is preseason. We're not necessarily going to be trying to, like sell, big. Use the players as preseason. Show us what players.
You can't do that. You can't do that because we've not had Champions League now. Well, obviously we won't get it this season unless we do a madness in the Europa League for two seasons straight, right? And Europa League could be hard as well, because look at the teams above us who are doing good. Bournemouth, Brighton, yeah. Obviously Nottingham Forest could end up in UCL or Europa League, yeah. Bro, what? We can have no Europe next season. Do you know how much that's going to hinder us when it comes to transfers? So why not help this manager now, yeah? Give him a couple of players, loanees or whatever. Get rid of some of the players that don't deserve to be here. I don't know how, but do it, yeah. And just try like boost our chances for something. Because what are you raising the prices for? Why are people going to games then for absolutely nothing? It's a waste of money. It's a waste of our money. People who spend money on this club, yeah. Well, bro, what's the point? Might as well just stop watching the games.
I have to let it go there, Pav. Big up as God damn it, man. Do you know what? It is true. It's a waste of money, and the way it feels right now, bro, it's like all the efforts that they're trying to put into cutting costs here, raising prices there. What is it for? Why are we not seeing the fruits of the labor? We need to see why are we starting to turn into a selling club? Why is it this? Yeah, they told us it's sell to buy. Why? Are we not Man United? Are we not Manchester United? 800,000 is not what we have. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, I know it's funny to talk about in hindsight, or whatever. Yeah, but the PSR made us allow us to spend certain amounts, but surely there must be loopholes that we can use to get a loanee, bro. I don't even like how we don't even have talks of a loanee. That is what's really pissing me off.
Yeah, it is very, like, the thing about it is, like, I'm trying to really understand why it's taking so long. And I understand, selling a player, it's not like you're selling a cell phone, fam. There's a lot of negotiations that need to happen. There's a lot of parties that need to be all in agreement, from the players' agents to the clubs themselves. So it's like, it's difficult. But the frustrating thing for me is, like, why has there not been a plan in place? Like, it seems like we're starting to only negotiate and try and figure things out when the transfer window is open, which feels like there's nothing different between that and during the Ed Woodward days. The January has been coming. We've been knowing that January is coming. What were we doing in December? What were we doing in November? There should have been some sort of conversations with some players, at least some loan options or something, So I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult to understand. Obviously, we're not privy to all the things that are happening behind the scenes, but the frustration is real. Big up, John.
What's up? I hear the concerns, and I hear what the people is saying. And Pav is definitely right. In a sense of being concerned about what we're not going to get, or what can we get, or are we going to get anything. I do think, though, that there is a silver lining that I just feel like we need to concentrate more on, or emphasize more in the community, and that we make parallels because of what happened before with Ten Hag. Now, we were big Ten Hag apologists, me and you, Pots. All right? We must not do forfeits because of that.
Yeah.
But I think Ten Hag made a mistake in how he treated these players. He exiled players, all right? He told, like we saw before United, how he exiled players. And I don't think that's what Amarin does. I don't think that's what he subscribes to. So for us to continue the same language that we saw from journalists in Ten Hag's era is a bit of is not really correct, because Amarin didn't say that he's exiled. Amarin just didn't pick him. The same way he didn't pick Christian Eriksen. Now, Rashford comes with a lot of PR and a lot of hype and a lot of news reports. And because of the type of personality and type of player that he is. But at the same time, he's a football player first. And if he's not being able to do the football duties, that doesn't mean he's been exiled. That just means he's not good enough. And for me, Rashford then goes on an interview and then says he wants to leave. Fair enough. He's a player. He can say that. But at the same time, he's contracted to United. If he goes to training, that's what he's supposed to do. And if he gets picked, he gets picked. But I don't think he's been exiled. At the same time, if United starts winning, if we win our next 3 games, bro, we don't talk about Rashford. We don't speak about Rashford. You understand what I'm saying?
Here's the thing. Do you think Marcus Rashford doesn't get a move, bro? Yeah. Do you think it's likely that we're going to see him back on the pitch then? Or do you think he's going to be, well, I can't say exiled because he says he's not exiled, or do you think he'll be, not featured?
Look, exile is a possibility. I'm not saying that it's not a possibility. I'm just saying that based on what we've heard and based on the previous experience, it's not the same. Right? So, do I think he's going to be on the pitch? I would hope so. Because if Rashford comes onto the pitch, that means Amarin can handle big personalities and he can get players to fit in line. And that's what we see. That's what we're not able to see with Arteta. That's what the Arsenal fans are getting upset about. the Arsenal fans are getting upset about the fact.
John, did you just say if Rashford gets on the pitch, it means that Ruben Amorim can handle big personalities and big characters? Is that what you just said?
Yes, I said that because personally, if he can get Rashford with all this PR and with all this hype around him to do what he wants him to do, then this is a guy that can work with different kinds of personalities, different kinds of characters.
You woke up with nothing to say this morning and Pauline still off. Really? Did the bullshit you come to talk to men this morning about, bro? Come now, man, bro. Come now, bro. Like, you're wasting men time this morning listening to this nonsense about him not in exile. If he was to come back, Amorim could manage big talent. We didn't make them excuses for no one. You coming to make this now this morning is a revelation, bro. Bro, this is not the congregation for that, bro. This is not the congregation for that.
What are you disagreeing with?
Yeah, man. I disagree with everything from start to finish. You're chatting shit this morning, bro. You're having a howl.
Mark. 1 second. Let me just set this out first. Yeah. So we're gonna do this properly.
Round 1, fight.
Now, Mark, I want you to first state what you have a problem with. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you actually have a problem with?
Why would you think that Rashford has not been dropped from the squad? What is exile to you? If he's been dropped for more than 3 weeks, he hasn't played any game since December, bro. Right? The manager said he was injured. Was he really injured? No one knows for sure. He exiled, bro. The media probably not making it a highlight of it like they did with Jadon Sancho. But you want to come and say, well, okay, if he bring him back, he's a big player manager now. Bro, if he bring him back, he is weak.
Okay, all right. Now I want to hear Morgan's response to that. Please go.
Mark, you literally just contradicted yourself. You literally said the manager said that he's injured, but we don't know the truth. But he is exiled. Make it make sense, bro. What I'm saying personally,
he's not in the team.
No, let him talk. Let him punch back, fam. It's his turn. Go.
What I'm saying is that Rashford comes with his PR. Rashford is contracted. He signed a new contract a couple of seasons or last season. He signed a brand new contract. He's contracted to us. We want to sell him. He wants to leave. If he ends up going onto the pitch and proving his worth, that is good for us. That is good for the manager because the manager can handle whatever player walks into his dressing room and that can show. Because every time, bro, if you can't handle players, right, that wants to do their own thing, and you can't handle that, you're never going to have the best players. You're never going to have players like Neymar, like Messi, like Suarez in your team, like Pep had. And if you can't manage them, how are you going to manage the best player? How can we attract the best players?
No, first of all, you're chatting shit. Stop him here. Wrong two must start because, bro, we had Ronaldo at Man United, right?
1 second. You got
Round 2, fight.
We had Ronaldo at Man United, bro. The extreme professional. We had an example, not at Barcelona, we had the example right at this club, bro. Right at this club, we had an example of a true professional. What he achieved? Ballon d'Or at Man United. The last Man United player to win a Ballon d'Or, right? So we have an example, right? So why Rashford can't follow that? Brother, you could have what PR, we don't care. PR is not football. This is not football, brother. First and foremost, right? Second of all, if you don't perform, you had to go at some point. He had 10 seasons too. And when he get that contract since then, what has he done, bro? So what gives you the impression that he's going to come back into his team and show good form and value, bro, when he has not done that for an entire season and a half, or almost 2 seasons and a half right now? Bro, you're imagining things, bro. And this is the problem with fans. And this is the problem with Man United, bro. You man them rather rubbish all other players who will come and show up and deliver and sit on that bench and battle to get back into the team. But the man who, when he on the bench, he want to go and party here, there, and everywhere, and then walk back into the team, play rubbish, walk up down on the field in front of fans after getting a 375k contract, bro. You still want him back in the team because you know why? He's a big ego.
Ding. All right, come on. You have to respond now. Come on, respond.
Okay, so first point, you said about an example. After the Champions League, I think it was after the Champions League final, didn't Ronaldo say he want to leave? Fergie told him 1 more season. He played that 1 season. All right,
they won,
right? That's what
he won it, right?
Come on.
Wait, Mark.
Violation, bro. Violation. That's one demerit, fam. Step back. Yeah.
Yeah, so we saw with players, we saw from your own example, a player that said, I want to leave, and Fergie managed him, got him to play one more season, and then he left for big money. All right? I'm not comparing, guys, don't be illiterate. I'm not comparing Rashford to Messi, Neymar. Don't be stupid. That's dumb. I'm telling you about different characters and how personalities must be managed. This will be a testament, bro. Do you know how much of an indictment it is to have a player on the most wages to be exiled from a squad? Are you real? There's a value in Rashford. We need to try and salvage and retain the value. If he can't be salvaged and he's gonna go party, I agree, exile him. But if he's gonna come to the party, gonna be training, gonna be wanting to put in input, why must he then be exiled if he's contracted and has value? That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
I agree
I'm
with that
thinking,
part, John.
clearly I am thinking, bro, because I have not seen nothing you are talking about to signal that, bro. All this
Johnny,
imagination and story that you're writing and you're
Nah,
imagining in your head,
It's a normal
bro, you can't imagine things, bro. Realistically, bro, we have seen from time, we have seen since the Carabao Cup that he's not ready, bro.
Final round. Fight!
Since the Carabao Cup, bro, we have seen that he's not ready for it, right? One. We have seen nothing that inclined us to think that he's going to put his head down and work hard. You cannot tell me 5 games this season or last season that he's worked hard consecutively. You can't. So first of all, let's not imagine that he's going to suddenly do that after he's been dropped from the team, because that's what he's done. And so what, bro? This is football. It's not a business. People is getting mixed up. Football profit is come from winning, not from losing and selling well. You understand? That is the loser mentality, bro. And Rashford, since he's not on the level of a Ronaldo or a Messi or that level, we don't need that big character, bro. We don't need that big character that exemplifies inconsistency and failure. He's never won United shit. Even in the Carabao Cup, he didn't score a goal, brother. He didn't score no goals in the FA Cup neither. Last I checked, it was Garnacho and Kobe Mainoo, bro, who showed up big in that game. Where was he? The man has been in the team for 10 years. 10 years, bro. And what is he doing? We are cussing out Garnacho before we cussing out this brother, because it's his failure that have us depending on Garnacho, bro.
So you'd rather have him exiled for all that stuff?
I don't care, bro. He does nothing, whether he's on the pitch or he's not. So leave him out. What has he done?
I just want to correct you. You said he didn't score in the Carabao. He did score in the Carabao Cup final against Newcastle.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God!
Carabao Cup. He scored a goal in the Carabao Cup, but since then he has not scored. He has not scored much. He has not done much.
Yeah.
Being honest, bro. Like,
Hold on.
He can't fabricate on the final round, Mark.
He scored his own goal on the final round. Hey, listen, you know what? Yeah.
Fatality.
Hey, John.
Finish him.
Bro.
Make your final point, John. Make your final point.
So what I wanted to say was, I'm not really too much concerned about this Rashford situation. I think it gets too much PR. I think it gets too much PR, and I feel like the way Amarin handles and the way he speaks and the way he got the buy-in from everybody else in the team, that will create an environment that either you with us or you against us. And if you're against us, then you're gonna have to leave. That's what I just wanted to say. Like, I don't mind if Rashford gets back onto the pitch if he's gonna change his ways, because obviously he's not in the team. He's not in the team for multiple reasons. And if he makes himself back into the team, if he makes it back into the team, then that means he changed his ways, right? And as fans, if we have a Marcus Rashford that changed his ways and willing to come to the party, then but be my guest, bro. Pop off. If you want to leave at the end of the season, be my guest as well. I want you to go. You know what I mean?
Yo.
Round of applause, yeah. It was a flawless victory.
John,
it was a flawless victory because, you know, Mark had to injure himself right at the end. You could actually walk away with the victory, yeah. It was 1-1. Mark.
You know what it was? Like it started with Mark scored a cutback goal. And then John Morgan, long range effort just at the death, equalize 1-1. And then Mark scores an own goal.
Own goal. Own goal, bro. Own goal. I don't know if you play fighting games, yeah, but there's a guy on Tekken called Yoshimitsu, yeah, and he actually has a move. He stabs himself. Yeah, that's what Mark just did. Mark just went.
No, but both had valid points. Like, I mean, I see Mark, like, his point saying Rashford has more sins than blessings, right? He's committed a lot more crimes than I'm given as more good, and John is like, well, if you actually give him the chance to really make up for his mistakes, he works hard. There's had moments we've had, even that FA Cup final, like, you remember the ball when it switched before Kobe scored, that Marcus Rashford, you know what I mean? There is moments where he's contributed. We can't just discredit everything, but I was with Mark for a while until he scored his own goal. But anyway, big up John, you represented Southern Africa well, my broski.
All right, moving on to the next guy. This is your brother from another mother. Yo, Kenny, what you say, bro?
Yo, what's good, family? What's going on? Can you all hear me?
I know what's going on. Have you renewed your membership yet, though?
Bro, come on. Why are you deboing me like crazy? Hang on, chill. Like, can't a brother... Can I leave? Can I leave? Bro,
you can live, bro. You can live on 2 minutes. That's what you can live on. But anyway,
I'm not here for a long time, bro. I'm here for a good time, bro.
Make
like,
it count.
I'm good.
Make it count.
Exactly. Yeah. As long as I got my 2 minutes, you're just mute. You're just mute. Let me cook.
I'm gonna restart. Yeah, I'm gonna restart. Pause. Restart. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna start from now.
How you gonna have me next after these two clowns went at each other back to back, bro? Crazy. And bro, don't ever put your Shimizu and Mark Ed in the same sentence ever again. You understand me, bro? I'm gonna waste my minute based on that. Never put your Shimizu and Mark Ed in the same sentence ever again, bro. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
All right, let's get back to football now. What's up? What you got for me, bro? Marcus Rashford. For me, I'm saying, dude ain't going nowhere. Not because I want him not to go anywhere. It's because there's no one that's willingly to get him, bro. He's on too much money, and no one can afford to pay even half his wage, bro. That's the problem. So homeboy is gonna come back at Carrington, train, exile for a little bit, and get back in the team. Because we can't have him lose his value by being an exile. This is business. Even if it's football, it's still business. Even Marcus Rashford himself cannot accept staying on the bench. He's gonna disrupt the cohesion of the squad. So what's gonna happen for me if he doesn't go? Because I don't see AC Milan affording him. Barcelona can't get him. Dortmund can't afford him. So where is he going? He's going nowhere. Dude is here to stay. That's our problem. You check.
No, well, Laporta did say that now that Barcelona is done with that financial troubles, they can actually now start making business.
Barcelona buy players on Klarna, bro. How many times do they do that, bro? Like, they say they're good, but then they get slapped with fines. That's what they do, bro. Like, come on. Is this the first time Barcelona have come with a statement saying they're all right? They're financially good, and then when it comes to now having to fulfill they fail to fulfill what they promised. It has happened so many times, bro. You know what I mean? So just to wind up real quick, my time is gone. I think Rashford won't go anywhere, not because I want him not to go. I want to see the back of him, but he won't go anywhere based on the fact that no one can afford him right now. He's 2 weeks left. He's going to come back at Carrington. He's going to put his tail under his thighs and play football. And he's going to play football. That's how it is. Clip me if you want, but you will remember these words. That dude ain't going nowhere.
Come here, Punk Beach.
The truth hurts sometimes, I guess. You know, if what Kadi's saying is true, man.
I know we discussed that earlier. We didn't think, like, is anybody actually going to want him? Maybe this is exactly why they're putting him back on the training pitch, because they need to keep this mother effer fit, bro. Yeah, they need to keep him fit so they can actually get rid of this asset, as it were. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe he's trying to worm his way back into the team.
Man, worm his way back into the team. Yeah. Anyway, let's go into to Steven. Let's hear what Steven has to say about this. Big up.
Wait, what's going on, guys? Mic all right? Camera good? All right, here, let me comment so you guys can see my member. Let me switch.
Are you a member? What happened to you? No, you shouldn't have switched anything.
You was StreamYard for you. Boom. I got you.
Yeah, you're back.
He's renewed.
I got you. Yeah.
Yes, Jesus has returned. Jesus walks. Yes, he has returned. What's going on, bro? We haven't seen you.
It's ironic because I'm sitting by AK. How's it going, guys? It's early as hell, but first of all, big up you two. Normally miss these streams because obviously it's 6 a.m. over here, so sleep schedule and that.
Where are you calling from, Steve? Which part of the world?
I'm in the US. I'm in the Midwest right now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I just happened to wake up and couldn't fall back asleep, so I'm like, well, they're on. Why not?
Same.
Go ahead. Steven, are you a member?
Of course.
Yeah.
Did you not see the comment?
He just proved it, like at the beginning of the call, Joe.
It's Steven Shipman. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, I just popped out of the StreamYard for a second. I got you.
Don't worry. It's okay. You go.
Where do you stand with Marcus Rashford debate, brother?
Honestly, I'd just rather have a squad of 7 and 8s on the bench of just hungry dogs rather than a bunch of 9s and 10s. And if you can't pay the bills on the pitch, that's your job as a footballer. Is you're getting $350 a week to play football at an elite level, and that includes the mentality. And I would love to get him gone, but I don't think we'll be able to get him to in the transfer window for January. I'd really just like to get a bunch of loanies if we can. Just loan out everyone we possibly can. Even if we get like an Alphonso Davies or a Jacques for January, that's fine. We just need to get loans out in January so we can see what we need to do in the summer.
I hear you.
So we need to raise any revenue we can, and we just need that hunger back in United. Like the Liverpool game, that's what I want to see. Win, lose, or draw, we're just swinging. We're swinging, not just recklessly, but we're swinging with intent. Like, all right, this is your area. That's why I'd much rather have a team of 7s and 8s on the starting 11 and on the bench, just ready to go. Same ideal. Obviously, that's not going to happen because everyone's different. You're going to have personalities. How can you tell someone who's a professional at such an elite level, you got to be exactly like this? It's hard to manage big egos, but it's part of how it is,
Let me ask you something, Steven. Yeah, actually, go on. You go.
No, I was curious because, we know he's the highest paid player on the pitch, on the team. And, if it's you, put yourself in his shoes, right? We play Liverpool. We don't lose versus Liverpool. We beat Arsenal. You're not involved. Would you not be inspired to show the team that you guys need me? Wouldn't it make you dig deeper?
Oh yeah. If I'm him, I'm running to my Achilles falls for $350 a week. Are you kidding me? And it's my boyhood club. The people that I've grown up around my entire life, day in, day out. And now they're giving me the side eye, like, are you sure you really got the heart of Manchester anymore? I'd be mad. My own town, are you kidding me?
So
you born here, was raised here? Because I'm an athlete myself. I'm not a pro athlete, but I get whooped all the time.
I think that, Steve, you believe there's a redemption arc for Rashford somewhere.
He's got to want it. I don't think he's got to weigh in through this manager because he's already I think Amarim's not on the time. I think he's on very limited time because it is a business. So I think he's like, all right, he's failed how many managers now? I don't think Amarim wants to take that risk. And so honestly, I don't think Antony has really the time or the patience to bet on Marcus. If you're him, you've already seen all the turbulence around with Ineos and PSR and all that. If you're Antony, you just got to go with people that are going to get you results right now. You need to know who you can trust right here, right now. And so as good as Marcus can be, Marcus has to want it. It's like someone cleaning up from bad habits. They gotta want it. You can't help someone that will not help themselves.
Sure, sure.
And so at the end of the day, it's a results business. If we can get money from him right now, cool. But honestly, I don't think he's gonna go anywhere this window for multiple reasons. I would like to get him gone in the summer, but we'll just have to see. If I could really, I would just loan as many top people that are not performing right now as we possibly can. Get, like I said, a Gyökeres or a Davies on loan, and then go from there. But right now, I just would like to stabilize till May, and then reassess and see where we go from there. Ineos needs to be planning what they want to do in May and March.
In your last 15 seconds, Antony, keep or sell?
Oh, if we can loan him out and get him out on those wages, we can find twice the player for half the wage. And that's not Antony's fault. That's just, once again, it's business. So.
Well, and he said that we did business.
I did business. Shut up. Shut up.
I don't think it'd be good business to get rid. Well, to send him out on loan anyway. I don't think it'd be a good idea, good business to send Antony on loan.
Why?
If we don't bring something to replace it, fam. Because if we have to sell to bring someone in, if we're gonna loan people out and it doesn't allow us to bring anybody in, then what's the point? That's my argument with that. What's the point? If it doesn't allow us to bring someone in, then I don't want to see it happening, because that's someone that can be. Imagine we get injuries to certain players. We're gonna need bodies, need people that we feel are capable enough. The people are saying we don't want to dip into the youth just as yet. So what are we gonna do?
But that doesn't defeat your argument about then Antony's just depreciating right now as an asset. Like he's not increasing his value. He's just being a sub, trading with the team. Like, what do you got to say about that?
I mean, I understand what you're saying, that he's depreciating, but he'll get more game time than, say, like the mites of a Marcus Rashford, because he's, like I said, exiled, actively looking to get rid of him, being paraded around Europe. Whereas Antony, I feel like if he knuckles down, he will keep getting opportunities. And not only that, but like I said, you never know what could happen throughout the season. The season's not over yet. Someone could catch an injury. So that's how people get their opportunities. That's how certain people get their run of games. Do you know what I mean? So just let it be said, I think there's still something there for Antony to do. And it's not like a Marcus Rashford where he hasn't been putting in effort. Do you understand what I mean? It's not like he hasn't been showing that he wants to do something. So I'm not done with him in that respect of like, get out of my club, you're absolutely useless, you don't even want to try. He's trying. He's trying. It's just not coming off. But you can't say the boy's not trying.
I don't have the evidence to see he's trying, but okay, I'll trust your word. Where has Antony been trying?
You don't trust my word. Let's hear some more wiser words.
He tries to do the eyebrow. That's what he's trying. I haven't seen any evidence that says Antony's trying.
In wiser words. Uncle, bless us with your wise words.
Big up, Uncle.
I don't understand why we are paying 200K for trying. Since when did that become the standard? He's trying, but it's not coming off. So what should happen? We should continue paying 200K for trying. Why are we talking like this now? Is this the era we are living in?
No. But Uncle, should we just loan him out if nothing comes in? You think we should just loan him out anyways? Not that I'm saying we should continue paying it, but we're probably still going to continue paying it, Uncle. I'm not saying not to get rid of him. That's not what I said, I said if he's going out on loan in this transfer window, it makes no sense to me, because we'll still be paying that 200 grand. We'll still be paying it.
Well, there is no telling that if he goes out, we are not going to bring in somebody, because even if we are paying some of that money, let's say out of the 200, the club is the club that we are loaning him to is paying 80, and we are paying 120. If in the budget we've budgeted 200K for him, that 80,000, I'm sure we can get a player and put that player on 50,000 wages.
Yeah,
and it's going to be cheaper. The overall is going to be a cheaper package than what we are paying Antony if he stays here. You understand? So there are still some maths to that can work out if we loan him. And like But Tona Papi was saying, you also have to look at his value. Antony currently has very little value in the market, except maybe his age, you know. But if you keep him and you say he will get some minutes, he's going to get few minutes here and there. It does nothing to increase his value, especially when we are seeing that he is trying, but it's not coming off. So why are we still keeping him? You know, so I'm not opposed to a loan. Obviously, I want him to be sold, but I'm not opposed to a loan as well. So that's for Antony.
Yeah.
What about the Marcus Rashford situation then, Uncle? What do you say about that?
Yeah.
You see, I think this Marcus Rashford thing, a lot of people are blowing it out of proportion. I believe it's a simple thing of the manager came in and set a standard. He set a benchmark. And if you play to that benchmark, not just playing, but also character, also communication and all of those things. And if you don't get to that minimum requirement, you sit until you do enough to get to that minimum requirement. And we saw players frozen out at different stages. Right now, we are talking about how Casemiro and Ericsson are not getting game time. You know, Marcus Rashford and Garnacho were frozen out because they didn't get up to that. They didn't meet those requirements. Now, one of them decided to walk his socks off to get back. The other one decided it might be time for him to move on. You understand? That is not on the manager. That is how they responded to being subpar. One decided to walk and train. One decided maybe it's time to move on. And then the manager never said Rashford is frozen out. The manager never said Rashford has been exiled.
No.
It has always been the same thing. If Rashford meets what he wants, Rashford will play. It has been very simple. The manager has been consistent. The only other thing he said was maybe when he said Rashford was sick. But it has always been a thing of there is a standard. If you don't meet that standard that I want, you will not play, because that is how he's building his team. Now, Rashford said he wants a move. So clearly, the manager can't risk playing a player who is being hawked around Europe, because his head is not going to be on the field. And we've seen it with other clubs that when some of their players are actively seeking a move, they tell the player, go and sort yourself out. And if at the end of the day you don't want a move, we can find a way to integrate you. So because Rashford is being hawked around the club, we cannot play him. It's not logical to play a player whose mind is not in the club. So it's a very simple thing.
Although the manager
Again,
had
I'm
to say he
listening.
frozen out, Uncle, I just want to ask a question. If Rashford has not been meeting the standards thus far and has not been in the team, is he not frozen out currently?
No, but you people said exiled. They are two different things.
No, well, I
Being
don't
frozen out and being exiled are totally different things.
is mere wordplay, bro. It's mere
No,
wordplay.
it's not wordplay. It is very, very different.
Okay,
If
well,
you
all
are
right.
frozen,
He's
you
frozen out,
cross.
which means he liable to be leaving the club. It means he more on the not wanted side right now than he on the wanted side, because he's not showing
No,
that
no.
he deserves to be in the team. He's not showing it to the manager.
And that's the point I'm making. So he is
Right.
not
So
being
this
exiled.
is what I was saying. This is what I was
Being
saying earlier to
exiled,
John,
again.
and John keeps saying if he shows that, well, cool. If he does, then cool. But currently he is not. So the more likely is that he should be leaving based on this situation, because for a player who's been in the team for 10 seasons now, he's one of the most senior attacking players, if not the most senior attacking player. He should be more of a leader in the team. We should not be depending on the likes of
But he
Garnacho and
doesn't
these
have
boys
to be.
over him.
He doesn't have to be. And that is his choice. And I think why he's coming back to training now, is that he has seen that he's not as what is the word? He's not as wanted as he thought. He has gone around to different clubs and he has seen that he's not as wanted. So now he's trying to come back to try and get to at least the minimum standard to play games, not to remain at Manchester United. but to help boost his value for the summer transfer. So that is what I think is happening. And that's why he has come back to training. He's not training with the squad yet. He's doing his own. He's back in Carrington, but because he has been out for a while, trying to sort out his future, he needs to come back and start slowly training and training. And even if he has come back to Carrington, if he still doesn't meet Ruben Amorim's minimum requirements, he's still not going to start. Whether he's sold this January or not, if he doesn't meet, he will not start.
1 minute.
Uncle,
1 minute.
Uncle.
Wait, stop.
Hold on.
Who's there? Whose TV? Whose TV? Can you turn down your TV? Thank you. Whoever that was, thank you. There we go. Now continue.
Yo, big up and big up Abs as well, guys. I'm curious, what if your girl says you're frozen out and you're exiled? Is it the same thing? What?
That's why, like we're just playing around with semantics here. Frozen out and exiled is the same thing in football. There's no way we can start going about technicalities and playing word play.
No. I get what you're saying.
Can I finish? Let me just
finish off.
Let me just finish since I started already. This is sounding like Scrabble. Frozen out and being exiled in football is the same thing. You are not playing and you're not training with the squad. You are out. You've been cast aside for you to sort your things out. It doesn't matter whether it's personal things, whether it's form, whether it's on the Jadon Sancho behavior where you need to find your soul, whatever. You are out of the entire squad because you're a cancer. We don't want you to spread to the rest of the body. So we cannot say this is frozen out, this is now. It's the same thing. That's why even when Amorim is careful with choosing his words, when he said that no, he's not feeling well, he didn't want. Clearly, we all knew he's okay, but he doesn't want it to just blow up like, oh, I dropped him because of this. He's just being. If you see, he puts full stops to what he says. It's my decision. Dot. No, he's sick. Dot. No, this is because he knows, he's learned. This guy has seen how the media has been treated Ten Hag and the managers before. He has a very strong team, Amorim, that has shown him, like, look, these examples that have happened with these managers, don't fall for these funny traps. You still have stock you. So he's not an idiot. That's why we need to be very careful with what we are saying here. Rashford is dug himself in this hole. Now he's trying to crawl back up. But Amorim has said, okay, there was rope, but now you tied yourself when you did that interview. So now we'll see, we are waiting for, during this time while the transfer window is open, we will not see.
To land, fam. Like,
yeah, I'm landing now, bro. Like, come on.
How long is this flight, bro?
Joe Blackman, come on. So during this period while the transfer market is open, we will not see that dude play football. As soon as the transfer market closes and is not going anywhere, which I strongly think will happen, we will see him come back at Carrington and start training.
Can I ask a question?
Well, he's already back at Carrington.
Can I have a next turn? Sorry, can I have a next turn? Sorry. I know not the same level of manager, so I'm just going to throw that out there, yeah? But as a football manager, if I tell someone you're frozen out of the squad, you still have a chance to come back. If I'm telling you you're exiled, there's no way you're coming back. So
that is the point I'm trying to make.
From my opinion and my experience as a football man, right, there is a difference. So if he's exiled, he ain't coming back at all. That means training with under 18s in the gym by himself, whatever he wants to do, right? Whatever he wants to do to keep fit, I don't want to see him.
But with all due respect, Abs. With all due respect, Abs, you're right.
Kenny, I didn't interrupt you. I'm only saying from my experience. So I'm not arguing with you directly.
But your experience is not at the same level as Amorim, so it's
that's what I said right in the beginning.
That is unnecessary, though.
Hold on, Kenny. I need to drop this one line. I need to drop this one line. Remember,
I also want to add, just because I'm petty, but then you don't have experience at the same level as Amron either. So why are you talking?
Hey,
right?
So
and I have experience in football. So it's
and that is the one point I'm. So let me drop this one line. Let me drop this one line before you continue. Kenny, let me drop this one line.
No, let me just answer.
No, let me just drop this one line. To stop all of these things. Let me drop this one line. It was me who said Rashford is frozen out. And I am giving you the context in which I said it. Amorim never said. So all of these comparisons, Amorim never said Rashford was frozen out. So you can't use that word to justify Rashford's status because Amorim never said it. The only thing Amorim spoke about was the levels he wants the players to get to and how some players are not there. And then the other thing he said was Rashford was ill. But Amorim never said Rashford was frozen out or exiled. So all of these words we are throwing about is not relevant in this conversation. The fact
And
is,
just to add,
Amorim said something, and if Rashford comes back, Amorim is simply going to say, "I told you guys I have a standard." Rashford has now gotten to the standard, so he can be integrated into the team. It's very simple.
Uncle, I was
just to
answering
add
you.
on to
Listen,
that,
Uncle, I was
Kenny,
answering you. I answered you. Remember when I was, can I respond? Uncle addressed me. I was answering you with what you said. Like, no, Uncle, let's be clear with what we are saying. Frozen out and whatnot. I was answering you, not saying that that's what Amram said. That's why I even justified it by saying that he's careful with his words, our manager or coach, whatever, because I didn't want it to be confused with what you said and say that that's what Amiron said. You see, so I'm with you. So I don't understand why I'm being thrown into the sharks. Abs throwing his coaching badges now as if I said something difficult here. Come on.
another thing,
God
like
I'm
damn.
going to
another
reply
thing you
to
must
that in the
remember.
nicest way possible. I'm not being petty this morning, right?
After,
I'm only
I'll
answering to the two
let
different
John,
words.
right? After John, yeah?
Yeah. I'm only replying to the two different words and how people have been trying to argue it. Uncle, I kind of knew. I don't remember ever seeing Amrin say that, but just for argument's sake, I was trying to tell you there is a slight difference between those two in football, in the world of football that I'm in. Not the same level as Amrin. I said that right at the beginning, right? But football doesn't really change that much, to be honest, right? But yeah, that's all I was replying back to. As Rashford as a whole, in my opinion, I don't even want Amrin to give him a chance to come back in.
Same,
Right?
absolutely.
He's opened his mouth, right? He's dug a hole. He needs to stay in that hole. And now he's gone around Europe. His brother's flown around Europe, the guy that gives him bad advice, and realize he ain't worth shit. Doesn't mean you should come back to us. Yeah,
But you
because
see,
that's the equivalent of a girl cheating on you, going all the way around to try and find a new husband, realizing she can't get one, and come back to our marriage. Get out! Divorce papers on your
She can
bike.
return from exile, though. Like,
But Abs, you're my high school sweetheart. What
I
you
don't
gonna
care. Divorce papers here on your bike.
hey, yo, what the heck is that?
John Morgan, you
Right.
wanted to say something.
You know what you
That
mean.
point you are making on leadership.
Mr. Should I call you Mr.?
Heavy. But you see the problem. You see the problem, Abs, is that the regime and what we've got is that Rashford is contracted. You see, and like I understand you don't want to. I feel like I understand you feel betrayed. We all feel betrayed. How can you go on an interview and say you want to leave? That's diabolical. But at the same time, we are in a financial pickle, so we can't be getting like we can't be having opinions and saying, look, don't play ever again, when he can solve some of that financial problems in the sense of getting sold. He's pure profit. He's from the academy, and he's one of the players that if you go around Europe and you put his name about, you'll get PR. So for me personally, if we bite the bullet,
I don't think so, because if you get PR putting his name about, he would have left. They would have left already, but he's still struggling to leave. So is his name as powerful as we think it is? Does it still carry that weight?
Okay, I agree with that. Things are a bit different now. But before, his wages was astronomical. I think personally, the reason why he kind of gets sold at the moment is because his wages are so high. So that is the biggest issue at the moment. But before his contract, when he was talking to PSG, when he was talking to other clubs, he was and he also scored 30 goals. I would concede that. But for me personally, Marcus Rashford is still Marcus Rashford. And Marcus Rashford, we're talking about him now when he hasn't played in 5 weeks. Oh, sorry, in 5 games. So that is the biggest glaringly obvious fact, from my opinion.
Yeah, but is Marcus Rashford just a name now? You say Marcus Rashford is still Marcus Rashford, but what is Marcus Rashford, blood? You know, like Marcus Rashford is still, yeah, but when you said that, you know what it sounded like to me? Marcus Rashford is still Marcus Rashford, isn't it? Like, what's he really done in the last 2 seasons to say, Marcus Rashford, we're getting something reliable here. Something that we know is going to give 100%. That's not what I hear when I hear, but Marcus Rashford's still Marcus Rashford. I hear Marcus Rashford's still lazy. I hear Marcus Rashford still struts around the pitch. I hear Marcus Rashford doesn't put in 100%.
But now that's our problem. I just want to just say this one point. That's our problem at the moment. The recent past of Marcus Rashford is painting him out to be who he is. I feel like if we give him the opportunity and bite the bullet and get him in line and tell him, look,
but what is this giving the opportunity? Was he not the first striker? Was he not the first striker that Amorim played when he came in? What is this opportunity you're talking about?
Yes.
What is the opportunity that Rashford hasn't been given already?
What I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to say repaint the picture. But there's a picture being painted right now. If Marcus Rashford,
but we are not the artists, John Morgan. Marcus Rashford is the artist that is painting the picture himself.
Let me finish.
So if you say Marcus Rashford, here's your boundaries that you can operate in. You can't be going to party. You have to be on training, and you have to be putting in the effort. And if you're playing well, you will start. All right, that's the boundaries. All right, and if he does all of that, all of a sudden Marcus Rashford's value grows, and he becomes the player that we remember him to be, pre-World Cup, after World Cup player. That's what I'm saying. Is it gonna happen? It's a perfect case scenario. It's a positive in a negative right now. It's kind
man,
of a
we've been
silver
waiting
lining.
2 years for this to happen. What are you talking about?
You know what? I wanted to ask John. Are you angling to get rid of Rashford? Are you angling to keep Rashford?
No. Get rid. Get rid.
Oh, okay.
But
then what the fuck are we having these conversations
I
for?
wasn't sure.
John
What
was
are we
also
having these
saying
conversations
it's
for then?
fine if we don't get rid. John was saying it's fine if Rashford fights his way back in, like let him get that opportunity.
But
right?
the premise is important. Let him get the opportunity so that he can leave for more. That's the premise.
So then, John, what's he been doing for the last 2 years since he got that stupid ass contract that I never agreed with? What's he been doing? You think he hasn't had chances? Because I remember, I remember games when he messed up, and I'm thinking, Ten Hag is going to drop him for the next game, punish him a little bit. Oh, Lord have mercy, he's into the squad, scores a goal, does his stupid ass celebration, and then back to normal. So what's he been doing for the last 2 years? How much longer do we give him?
Abs, I think John Morgan is trying to say there was a point I was making. Like, if nobody gets him, like let's say if no team gets him, right, and then we are in this position where he's stuck at United, and we know if Rashford is having a good week, the same, he hasn't done much in 2 years. We agree, but when he gets his chance and he gets that little 2 weeks purple phase of his, he's a great player. So if we have him in the team, what's the point of not playing a player that can actually offer something? Just because we are bitter. I think that's where John Morgan is coming from. Like, if we fail to offload him based on the fact the way things are going, there's only 2 weeks left. No team seems wants to get to pay those wages that he have or risk him. So if he's stuck at United, we might as well use him.
I'll be real with you, right? It's been too long, and at this point, give me any of the under 18s, any of the under 23s. Let me see them have chances, because he doesn't care about his chances anymore. He's done it. He's proved it enough times.
Here is the question, guys. This is the real question. If he ends up not leaving, and Amorim decides to pick him based off good training, do you back the manager?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good question.
And Mr. Mark N, you've been documented on this channel that you will be Amorim out if Rashford is played under Amorim.
What? He said what? Brother,
he said what?
First of all, you need to stop changing the context of what I said.
No. Listen, there is no context. You said
brother, man, I did not.
if Amorim plays Rashford in the Newcastle game, then
that was over a different reason. I said if he brings
so I'm applying the same reasoning going forward. No, I'm asking the question.
Yo.
You man them
Mark's
favorite
two lines sorry, Mark. I'm going to cut you for the Mark's favorites 2 lines is rewriting history and context. You took in the wrong context. So without no
Every single
without going any
every single
further with
person
it,
takes him out of context.
Mark N.
Of course.
If Rashford gets put back into this squad, are you hammering out?
Hey, keyword after the transfer window.
Don't go anywhere.
I'll copy. I don't think I could be.
You're
No,
not.
no. It's a yes or no. No, I don't think I could be. It's yes or no.
You see, I don't want to be hammering out to begin with in any event. I don't want to
So
be
why
hammering
suggest
out.
it in
I
the first
don't. But
place?
here, what? You see,
Why
the
suggest it
context
in
in
the
which I
first
said
place?
what I said.
It doesn't
This is
matter.
not that
It's a
context now.
simple
No,
I
it's
will
something
not be
response.
hammering
new.
out.
Mark,
So
Mark, this is new. This is
Mark
a
is just beginning to.
no, bro. Like it's realistically, like in the
Joe, I can't
context I
hear
was
you,
saying
bro.
it, I was
Joe,
mad
you're
because
mute.
man, them used to use the same excuse to nail Ten Hag, and I was upset that they don't
Listen,
have
we're
a
not talking
balance.
about
They
your
don't keep
babes.
100 a
We're
buck.
not talking about your babes, Ten Hag, man.
Ten
Forget
Hag.
about Ten Hag. Your babes is gone.
You can
We're
join him in
focusing on
Dortmund
Amorim.
when
Nah.
Yeah.
I said no already,
Stop
bro. I'm
doing the
not gonna
courts,
be. I'm
bro.
not gonna be
Stop doing the courts.
hammering out, bro.
Joe, we still
So
can't hear you, Joe.
You can't hear me?
Okay,
now we can hear. Yeah.
Okay, what I was trying to say was, yeah, Mark, before you answer the question, yeah, because I see that you was already getting your chest deflated, yeah. So what I'm trying to say to you is, yeah, don't forget that there is circumstances that people can be hammering out, you know, bro. Don't feel just because everybody else in the fan base is moving like Amram is the next piece of gold, doesn't mean that you have to think he is, you know. Let me tell you this. If he starts moving in a way that I don't feel is acceptable, that if he was going to get relegated, I would have said Amarim out. I said that already. I will stand on that business. If he had got us in relegation zone, I would have been started saying Amarim out. Move on to the next one. He can't do it with these guys, and he's refusing to change. That's what I would have said. Yeah. So stand on your business, fam. Is there something that will make you say Amarim out?
Oh, the silence.
Don't go anywhere.
The silence.
Hello.
It
Hello.
won't be this. Okay.
Hello.
It won't be this.
Hey, hold up.
Okay.
Okay.
You remember this, yeah, delegates. You remember this, yeah,
yeah?
delegates. You remember this.
Okay, Mark, let me help you.
Mark,
Me, I can be.
No. Let Mark talk. Let Mark talk for
I didn't get
himself.
time to consider what the man them say.
Is it me or there's a bit of an echo?
I answer.
Oh, whose audio stinks?
I don't
It's
know. Not
cool.
mine.
It's cool.
Oh no.
Courts.
All right, cool. Sort that out. All right, you guys, go on. He's muted. Go on.
Go on, Markin.
No, I answered. You said after the transfer window, I'm staying. I'm in. I'm backing this manager, bro. I tell man them when the manager come in, I will back him to the hill. Right? No. And concurrently, we was having an argument in the group and I was upset. So I said what I said because I was finding men was not moving, like they was keeping things 100% a buck. Right?
No, you were
So
caught on
that
this
is the only
channel
reason I
saying
said
that,
what I
by the
said
way.
in that moment. And
You said it on this channel as well, yeah. Let's remember that.
I said it on the channel. And I
Yes,
was
you did.
upset because I was finding
You were
men should
upset.
keep it 100, bro.
Of course.
Because
Yeah.
realistically, I would like to crossfire everybody at the same time. If you're telling a manager he's shit for this, it should apply to all managers. That's just me. Whether there's club, pep, whatever, all of them, down the line.
All right.
I just feel so. So that's why I said what I said. But
Okay.
like I said, I holding it and I back in Amarim. So
Hey, John Morgan, what was your favorite line from
Me,
last season? For your players, what was it? Track back. Can you say that with emphasis just right now?
Please.
Yeah, just remind us, please.
If you don't mind, please.
Now, it's not like Mark N was
Trekking back.
I mean, if I didn't forget that this brother scored a goal in the Carabao Cup because since then he wasn't doing nothing. He fall off since he get the contract. John, you end up with no argument this morning, bro. So you should be thanking me for trekking back to know.
We asked him to say trek.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Me, Mark, let me show you how you stand on business. Me, I'll be hammering out, and I'll put this. Let me put some receipts. If Amarim agrees to let go of Garnacho in January, I'll doubt him because then I'll be like, I'll start doubting.
Bro, you said you're gonna make an Amram out statement, but you said Amram doubts. What is that?
Okay. All right. Okay.
What's wrong with these people?
Okay, let me go.
What a way to
Chess!
do some business.
You know what? Hey, these two, like, can I just say, right? These two examples of why this channel's not growing, right? People, no one wants to stand on business and get punished and get the wheel of justice.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
Problem is, men them is stand on business, but two men is stand on the fence. So there's always be tipping the foot to left or right at the same time.
Okay.
You just track back yourself.
No, if he sells Garnacho in January, I'm hammering him out.
Hey! Hold up. Let me say something. Hold up. You think what if Ineos, yeah, and Barada are the ones who are making that decision because they need the money for PSR? They still hammer him up. But that's what I mean. It's not up to Amarim though, is it? Because with these men, it's up to them who they buy and sell. We know this. So there's no point in saying.
Pap came to rescue me.
You
right
don't make
there,
them
so it
excuses
doesn't
for
even matter.
certain
You know what I'm
man,
saying?
bro.
Pap, you got my Pap.
Like
I
you're
swear
trying
to
to give
God,
out
Pap.
loophole here,
Good looking out, bro.
I never
Pap
expected
trying
to
to give out
rescue you, but
loophole.
well done, Plav.
But I think, to be fair,
You two abs, my bad.
I wanna say something. Look, to be honest with you, I don't think we're gonna have a Emirate out conversation in the immediate future. I don't think we're going to have this conversation at all because the biggest problem.
In relegation, hammer him out, bro. That's what
Oh
I said.
yeah.
I don't think we get
it.
That's standard.
If we dip a toe, I'm not saying relegated. If we dip a toe in the relegation zone, the bottom three, hammer him out. That's what I said.
I don't think that's possible, to be fair. Like, I really don't think that's possible. But the reason why I say so is because in the last couple of games,
very possible.
Yeah, in the last couple of games, now we have to just come down and realize that we still support criminals in the players. And the biggest test, and it's crazy to say, but the biggest test is going to be Southampton in how these players show up.
Southampton.
He's right. Yeah, he's absolutely right.
Southampton.
They don't turn up for little games. They don't turn up for little games.
Exactly.
Bro, we beat Southampton 3-0, bro, at the beginning of the season, bro. What am I talking about?
And even that game, before we scored the first goal, we were on the ropes. Does anyone remember that first half? We were on the ropes.
Southampton is a punching bag of the Premier League, guys. Come on.
Yeah, and like you said it, Potts, they are literally, I think they're on 6 or 9 points in the league so far. So it's even exactly. So it's even worse for these players. So these players now are going to be put on blast if they don't show up. Because how do you show up for Anfield? You show up for the Emirates, but you don't show up. And the biggest difference in how we played before Anfield was aggression and how we applied ourselves mentally. And that's gonna be. And I think with Emerin, he saw now what was possible when it came to how to be aggressive, right, and how to apply your minds. So for me, he addressed that issue, and if he's going to continue in this light, in fixing the mentality, making the players aggressive, Harry Maguire has been so good for us because of how aggressive he's become. If Emeren's fixing that part about our game, I think he's going to do very, very well because that's always been our issue.
I also support John on his statement, right? Once the Liverpool game was over, did Amorim look happy? Or was he more angrier at the fact that the players didn't perform the games beforehand? He was angry at the fact that they didn't perform beforehand. So that tells you everything you need to know. Even he, the manager, the one that's with them 5 days, 7 days a week, was shocked that they can give that performance when the other games they weren't giving it. And then he was annoyed. And even came out and said they can't trick him again.
Yeah, it's like you have a child, right? Your child is failing in all the tests. He brings home if. Now he does what a subject he likes, fitness. He gets an A. You're gonna think, what the heck are you doing? You are able to apply yourself in this subject, but in the other subjects you can't do it. Why? And that's the truth.
Yeah, but football is one subject, bro. Football is not multiple subjects. What we doing?
No. Yes, you can say football is one subject, but different teams are different.
No, understand what I'm saying, bro? Like, come on. You trying to tell me put it like this: in school, it have easy subjects for some people and hard subjects, right? So now you say the hard subjects is the top teams. So you telling me you're gonna lose the easy subjects and win the hard subjects?
Because
Nah,
you are
man.
That's what
taking.
this team has done, though.
I'm
That's
not saying
exactly
no,
what this
but what
team
I'm
has
trying to say is
done.
this, right? What I'm trying to say is this: if we go and bring Southampton, who everybody beaten, King, into this situation, we God help us, King. I don't feel like we should be acting like we could banana skin against Southampton. I feel like we should be moving to some other team and probably.
You know what? I get your point, Mark, right? Maybe Southampton, saying just Southampton is not enough. Any team that's in the bottom 10.
Well, then I can agree, but
we have to
Southampton,
be,
bro,
we
come
have to
on.
play the same intensity, the same way that we played in the last 2 games against everyone around us and get our ass out of this bottom 10. Once that's done, maybe I'll start trusting these criminals. But even then, they all still gonna have tags on them. So I don't trust them, but I'll trust them a little bit more.
Big man, they're on parole. It's as simple as that.
I mean, yeah, it's not too early for that.
You think so? No, after they put in a good run, they're on tag, and then you had to have conjugal visits and whatever, go see your parole officer, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah. No, yo, you know,
You know.
you know too much, man. Stop.
But look, the thing is,
But also, on the same token, it's not as black and white as that. We saw even
That is true.
yesterday, like Chelsea drawing with Bournemouth, City drawing with Brentford. So like it's not as black and white and just like, oh, any team that's in the bottom 10, you have to, be angry about it. It's you got to take it into context, But for me, like back to the Marcus Rashford and Amorim conversation, we saw in the first training video that came out when Amorim was training the Man United players how to track back, quickly. And we saw this being applied in when they were playing versus Arsenal, So I don't know if Marcus is capable of that kind of track back, the high intensity track back. And I'll be looking at it with a bombastic side eye saying those methods you've been implementing, you have to keep. Bro,
how are you not capable of running? Tracking back is literally
Exactly. Tell him, John. How?
He jogs back. Rashford jogs back.
Can I quickly say
that's
something?
exactly what I'm saying.
Running
Bro,
is an
that's
attitude. Running
like that is an
attitude.
Correct.
No, seriously.
It's an attitude. It's a mentality.
So
Yeah,
he's got to
It's
make
a
sure
mentality.
he's
It's an
also using
attitude.
that same standard on Marcus Rashford. For us not to start having some sort of doubts about it, being like, why do you keep picking Marcus Rashford consistently if he's not doing the same high intensity track back? That's all. That's all I'm saying about that. But
now that is the beauty of it, and that comes back to our conversation in the beginning. The parameters and the boundaries that is created now by the manager by saying you have to run back, you have to track, you have to do your job. You got to press. You got to do what everybody else is doing. If you're not going to do it, bro, get dropped, get sacked. Find your life wherever you want to find your life. But here, we can't allow it, unfortunately.
I'll be
And
honest,
this is the risk, guys. This is the risk with keeping him.
The boards have to back Amorim. That's the difference between Amorim and other managers before. When other managers tried to put their foot down, they had no backing from any board. We had incompetent people running it. These lot now, they are thieves and criminals, but they seem to be backing the manager when it comes to these types of decisions on discipline. And this has to come from top down all throughout the club. Otherwise, it's useless. We've seen what happens when the boards don't back the manager. We've seen player power. The board need to back the manager. Rashford, the running thing, you could say, how can he not run? They can all run physically, but the intensity needed, the attitude towards it, it's all a mentality. And that's what I was saying the other day about mentality and attitude and stuff like that. Culture is so important. The last 2 games, we've seen the result of a positive culture. I saw Harry Maguire, who I think is the biggest pussy out there, fighting for once. And we got 2 good results.
Harry's reinvented himself. Harry's gone, bruh.
No, but I saw him fight. In any case, the overall point is the culture needs to be shown.
Exactly. I
Say that
agree
again.
with him.
Harry Maguire is one of my favorite defenders
I didn't hear
right
what you
now.
said. Sorry. Say,
Can you hear
what
me?
did I
You
say?
hear me?
He's been fighting recently. He's showing the positive results of a good culture. And that's what I agree with what John Morgan said, or I think it was John Morgan that said it. The next game is most important. That Southampton game is massively important because it's easier to get up for Liverpool and Arsenal. But let me see what you can do against Steve's lot. This will tell us if there is a mentality shift in that dressing room.
And it's not
This will
even
tell
about the
us.
result.
So I'm looking at that
And it's not even
Southampton
about
game.
the result. Yeah, it's not even about the result, bro. Literally, if we go out and we do the
It's
same thing we
it's
did
the
against Wolves,
performance.
No Man United.
yeah,
Agree.
if
I
we
agree.
put in a performance, if we put in a performance like Newcastle or Wolves or all those other teams we were losing and we win 2-1 or 1-0, bro,
Like
it's
that
back to
was the
square
Everton
one.
game, you know. The Everton game, we won 4-0 and it was rubbish. Everyone was shouting, "Oh, Rashford
That's
scored a
true.
brace." Xerxes scored.
That
We were
is true.
rubbish. We were rubbish. It's about the performance and the style in which they play. If there's a proper attitude there, the Man United that I know of, Joe Blackman was talking about Roy Keane and that era. That's I was brought up on that era of United fighters, guys. That if there's a problem on the pitch, they're all there. Not none of this. Do
Exactly,
you
but we didn't
understand
have a
this?
squad of
Soft
sixes and
nonsense.
sevens. We had a squad of nines that worked hard. It's not Brighton, bro. You know what I mean? So
You know what? Hey, yo, you had a point to make a bit earlier, but you were cut off. What was it? Sorry.
No, it was basically just summarizing, going back to the Rashford point, that there is that risk that he could still be here, which is what Kanye's always been saying this whole time, right? And if that's the case, it's on Amarim again to really see if he can actually be integrated and actually train to the standards that he wants and then be brought back into the team if necessary. However, if he's not backed, if Amarim's not backed, you think I've been saying crazy things about Enios? Watch me at the end of the window. You think Jezebel is a bad word?
I want to jump on what you just said, Yo-Yo, right?
Go ahead.
I will be so shocked.
We need to
as
be
an
onto Ineos
individual.
anyway, you know. We need
Hold
to be
on,
onto Ineos.
Let
Oh
us
no,
finish.
we are. Yeah, I'm already working on it. Right. So
Same.
on Rashford
Sorry.
as an individual, yeah. If he dares comes back into this squad to walk after them man are running like that, the last two games, everyone on that squad needs to rush him next time.
No, he needs to get punched on the pitch. I need to see that Lee Bowyer Kieran Dyer energy.
Because even as
Self-regulating
low as
dressing room.
Sunday League, no, even as low as 5-a-side, if one of my team's running and one you don't want to run, nah, you're holding it.
No, I'm.
Our league rushing.
Hey, Uncle, I have this words of wisdom. Uncle.
Well, you see, there are levels to discipline and disrespect, because I feel like if I'm giving instruction and other people are doing it, and then there's this one person, you know, in Nigeria we say you think you can raise your shoulder, you know, you think you can. There's no. It's you're being paid to do this thing. You understand? We are paying you to do it, and you think you can come in the field and form senior man. Yeah, you will chop bench. You will first chop bench, and then if you finish chopping bench, later, if you don't improve, you'll be cleaning it. You see, when I was a manager, let me tell you something. When I was a manager,
the toilets of your age,
you will clean my brother. You will wash shoes. You will clean the shoes of the other players. Then when they are playing, you will be washing their cars in the car park, because I can't be paying you money and you're not delivering. So you might as well be earning your wages. You understand? If you're washing cars, at least we know we are paying you for something.
You got to mate in cut the grass for the
Oh yes, with cutlass, not even with cutlass. There's no lawnmower.
This is what I like, but this is the kind of discipline that doesn't exist in football anymore. Yeah, I remember I was watching an interview. I can't remember who it was, but they were saying that Alex Ferguson took away his house. Like he was behaving, he was acting funny, like going out and wasn't doing his job. But Alex Ferguson took away his house and made him go live with someone else, one of the other players. Yeah, so no, you don't have a house.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, do you know what? I can't remember. I don't know if he was. I thought he was Lee Sharp, but it might be another player.
Even Lee Sharp, someone that said, I think, yeah, as well. But you know what? The thing is, I can't. Like I said, I can't remember. But I watched the interview and I was like, that could never happen these days. These guys just buy another house.
Yeah, we get in trouble for making the kids wash boots, by the way. We can't even do that anymore.
Go wash the boots, fam. What do you mean? Go wash boots, man.
Yeah, no, the
So bring them to Nigeria. Just tell them you want to take them. That there's one Nigerian club you want them to play against.
Players get upset when you call them names. What the heck?
Yeah.
You call them wrong names and then they want to cry on Instagram. So how can you still take away their house? That's just now. Bro,
nah. Those are the old times. These are the.
Oh, those are the old. That was the good old days.
Yeah. That was the good old days. Imagine they would never step out of line. No, big boy car. Okay, this is the thing because they got enough money to do what they want now. Yeah, it's beyond them now to have any sort of decorum or any sort of appreciation for the things that they have already.
I don't even think it's the money. I don't think it's the money. I think it's the standard that you set in the club. It is a stand. If a player, you see the thing with young people, right? They will test you to know your limits. You will always be tested. If you don't set a standard early and be consistent in that, then you say a child. The child will try with the father, then try with the mother, then try with the father. The moment one person breaks, that person becomes the weakness. And every time the child wants something, he will go to that weaker person. That was Ten Hag's problem. Ten Hag started strong and he said something and he was doing that until he stopped. Until he started playing Rashford, even though Rashford was out of form. Until he played people that didn't deserve to be played and dropped people that didn't deserve to be dropped. That was the moment they sensed that weakness.
I was going to ask that question when you finish. Because I feel like we some children is supposed to teach them with the carrot and the stick in a kind of way, right? Carrot and stick. Work hard, achieve this, you get this. I feel like that different forms of parenting, and if you work hard and you achieve this, then you understand your responsibility. If you want some nice things, you have to work hard for it. You know what I mean? So players who come into the club while Man United also at fault for not keeping up with the winning culture. Players had to come in here with the want to win, because they themselves, no one can do it for you. Even if you tell a man XYZ, he can't do it. He might not do it if he doesn't do it himself. If you don't want it for himself. So we had to give these players, hold them responsibility for themselves, whether young players or not. Sometimes in some occasions, because if you come to a club the size of Man United, the next level they're supposed to want to be is one of the best players at Man United. And then when they get to that level, they're supposed to want to be the next best player in the world. So for me,
it's not always as black and white.
But I feel like that's the biggest problem with footballers now in this era. Not much of them don't strike me with the sense that when I watch them play, they want to be the best in the world.
Yeah, but not everybody wants to be the best in the world. Some people just want to make money.
Well, exactly.
And when they are making the money,
more people than you think do.
Yeah. Another thing also is that another thing also that we must also realize is that the era is different. The era is different in the sense of now you have social media. Now you have people on social media making edits, and now you will be the best player in the world to a certain kind of people, to your ball knowledge people, or to your people that trophies only matter. So now all of a sudden, before it was only the Ballon d'Or that was really the creme de la creme. Now you have different kinds of trophies. The influence trophy. Oh, I have my fans. I have people that back me. You know what I mean? And now we have players that want to be the best, but don't want to do the work that get them to be the best. Now they're the best in their own mind. And once that happens, you have what we have with Marcus Rashford. Nobody can tell me I can just do what I want to.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Quickly, can I just say
exactly what I'm saying. We can't keep rewarding mediocrity, bro. Some players, not the level of Man United, and the ones who not the level of Man United is the ones who don't want to be the best players in the world in their position. Facts, bro. Unless you want to be the best in the world, you can't play at a club the size of Man United and Madrid and these clubs, bro. Stick to Brighton.
The funny thing is that
that's the thing.
the funny thing is that Mark Ken, okay, it's just a joke. We all know you're always lying, and then after your statement, you go like, "Facts, bro, somebody." Oh my
That's
God, bro!
hilarious, guys.
But you see that's the thing with again. While you're totally right and you're absolutely right, the fact about the matter
Who
is,
wants?
if me, I feel that my status is a Brentford or a Wolverhampton, but Man United is willing to pay me big money to come there. Why would I say no?
Exactly.
You understand? And
It's a
then
combination of all. It's
you
a combination
you might
of all
blame
things.
players for being lackadaisical or being carefree and all that. But what is the punishment for being lackadaisical? What happens to them when they stop working hard? Who is
Exactly.
holding them accountable? If the player decides, I'm not interested in playing football again, the institution should hold them accountable or should move them on. The problem with Man United is after Alex Ferguson left, we suddenly started becoming loose with these players, and then they get away with, if they come in with motivation, and suddenly we see that they're no longer playing to that standard. Rather than
They
we
get
letting them
corrupted.
go, we leave them, and then when we bring the new ones, the old ones corrupt the new ones, and then we keep bringing new ones without taking out that dead wood or without setting a standard and making sure that that standard is consistent. So you might blame the players for being this and that, but at the end of the day, it's the club's responsibility to make sure that the moment the player starts misbehaving, sell him and let him go.
Yeah,
You understand?
it's
Well,
very
this is
difficult.
why I say what I say. We need to sell all the players who
Hold
been
on,
here
hold
for
on for a
5 years
second.
plus first. Get rid of
What I'm
them
saying
first,
is,
and then work your way down.
Hold on, man. I was saying it's very difficult to understand the player's ambition. It's not like when you're citing a player, you
that's
the
true.
questionnaire. Do you want to be the best on the world or do you want to make money? Tick this box. You know, like say for example, a player like
Is
Antony.
why
I'm
proper
confused.
scouting
Let's
and
not
due
wait to wait.
diligence
We're trying to say,
comes
boss.
in.
You
No,
know,
no, but
hold
boss,
on.
listen.
Malkin has been trying to speak, by the way, and then from there somebody else.
But
can
you
take
can't just say a take that's like very controversial and try to switch it for somebody
Yeah,
else to
thanks.
speak. We have to, yeah, we have to respond to what you say. You can't say something
Exactly,
controversial,
boss.
bro. Listen, there's no way you can a club like as big as Man United stature can be dependent on a player, an individual's ambitions. We as a club should set a standard. We already have our ambitions, and players that come as individuals, if they don't fit in that our demands, they can kick rocks. But that's where Uncle was saying this is where we started failing. As an institute, our standards dropped, where we're even now relying on people's individual ambitions to carry the club. That's even made things worse at United. So if we stayed solid as an institution, as we did when Ferguson was there, we wouldn't be here in this position where we're having issues of Marcus Rashford and whatnot. It's because the institute was broken and it was shaky. So individuals that were coming in, they could easily slip through the cracks and do whatever they wanted. So now, when we need to first create the foundation, fix the institution. That's when we identify people. People's ambitions can be whatever they are, but when they come to this institution, we have a set standard they have to abide by. That's
So
how
how
a
do we?
big club is.
The thing is,
Let
boss, this is why I said that.
Alkin say something.
Everyone's saying the same thing.
Yeah, but we can't say that the
Yeah.
club don't interview
Yeah, so
players, bro.
thanks. So I think everyone's saying the same thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Go on.
Guys,
All right,
I think
hold
everyone's
on.
saying the same thing. The institution is broken. The culture needs to be reset. But ultimately, when it comes to you can't tell if a player has the right hunger and this, that, and the other, there are things that you can do in terms of scouting, research, the network, people you know, to find out what's this young man like? What's his family like? Is he the type of guy to be out partying? That's proper scouting. That's proper due diligence. And that's what's missing. Even so, get a young boy who's 20, 21 with the right attitude at that age. If he comes into an institution that is corrupted, like what Uncle said, by the time he's 25, ready to sign the next contract or whatever, his head's going to be gone anyway. If you're at a club where your senior players are Luke Shaw, Marcus Rashford, Harry Maguire, you're in trouble. So as much as everyone in the players that we bring in, it's a combination of all the things. whilst we're bringing in the right characters to come in, we need to get out the nonsense that's already there, set a culture. The boards, everybody at the club, from the board, everyone needs to be in the same path of high standards, the right culture. If you're not meeting this, you're out. And then, as you're bringing in the new characters, they start setting the culture. They start bringing, adopting what's already there. And then the new ones come in. And that's how you set culture that goes on for a lifetime. I just want to quickly finish on, as recently as Rooney was at Man United, as recently as when Rooney and them were at Man United, young players up to about 25 weren't allowed to drive a big boy car. They were driving like Audis and normal everyday man cars. Just to set a standards that you have to earn it before you're able to do this big thing. Have a nice car. Or not even have it. You can have a car in your private life, but don't come to the club in that nonsense. You come in a normal car because you're going to work. It's work time. So that culture,
And that's what
it's a combination of all the things that everyone is saying.
They used to wear suits.
And that's why the Ineos conversation is so important and so vital when Yo-Yo and FC they side eye, because bro, it all points back to the ownership, all points back to our board. So Alex Ferguson, I remember someone was speaking about it, about how Sir Alex Ferguson papered over so much of the cracks that they were, so much of the decay that they were creating by how they were doing things. So when he left, there was no more shield for them. So they then started bringing in different kinds of characters, different kinds of people, and the focus was totally taken out of, and I think literally they started focusing on PR. They started focusing on players that have brands. They started focusing on players that's going to get clicks and players and get into the club, making the club so much money off the field that it impacted on the field. And now, as fans, we must now sit in the dirt that they created. Now, to take it a step further, the Glazers is no longer in charge. But I feel like we have enablers now that's enabling the Glazers to do whatever they want to do.
Still own 70% of the
and
they're in charge, bro.
Yeah, but Ineos is in charge. Ineos is
But
the one
that's exactly what he means, guys. We're saying the same thing. What John Morgan is saying, that now we have a face there that's enabling them to do things background. We're failing to attack the Glazers directly because Ineos is there. Yeah. So he's saying the same thing. They are still controlling, but now they've decided to put a British guy there who the media won't attack directly at the moment because, you know, he's got the British tax. So now the Glazers are they're like they're cushioned. Go on, John Morgan. Sorry.
Before you continue, John, I just want to say, guys, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so. I gotta go start a Southampton preview, but and also Halkin said Audi's a normal car. Hey,
he's a rich man.
Yeah, he's a rich man.
He's a rich man.
There's a Glazer amongst us.
I mean, in Germany,
just to land the point.
It's
Just to land
like the average. To be fair,
the point I'm trying to make as well.
Guys, we're gonna wrap the show up now as well. It's been 2 hours, so finish stuff and we're gonna be out.
Oh no,
So,
I'm just saying big up to everybody in
hey.
the chat, bro. Smash your likes, and guys, I gonna do a manager press conference if you want to check in. Big up. Thanks for having me on, guys. Have a great one. Big up to the Reckless delegates.
Oh, thank you again, Mark, for tracking back. So, but the thing is, right?
Me too, guys. Later, John Black, man. Great show. Thanks for having me.
He's trying to speak. Look at John Walker trying to speak. He's been trying to speak. And they go on, speak.
Okay, you need to leave, say now, brother.
Sorry. You guys are jokers, but
so
you know what I mean? Compared to a footballer's car, Audi's a normal car.
Yeah. Go on, John. Go on.
Look,
no, I'm going. Bye, guys. Bye.
See you later. Go on.
Anyway, so yeah, look.
If you get to
now come
heaven,
in and
write this down. You get to heaven, and you don't find me there.
Drop a bomb.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Ooh, look at that.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. KG, this one's crazy.
You're too reckless.
None can compare with the KG Don. Better take cover when he drops that. Going on reckless, trust it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
I said drop a bomb, Dad.